Yo, Kane fans, what's good, man? It's your boy Wise. I'm back. Um, I just want to go ahead and say, in regards to this video, I will be addressing a lot of comments from Kane fans and from Clemson fans. So if you don't want to hear a lot of vulgar language, I would just advise you just log off now because I really got a lot to say, but I'm gonna keep it quick. Um, Shout out to Rican Swag, man. Shout out to Alonzo1219, the U family. Shout out Rick Era, all about the U83, Bird, man. Any of the other Kane bloggers. Shout out Mark Rogers TV. Know it's been a little while since I made a video. Fans been asking like, "Hey, Wise, where the video at?" Here it is. I got the Wisconsin preview coming up right after this one. But so let's just get into it, man. First thing I would like to say, hats off to Clemson. I was actually at the game. So I went to the game. I was extremely disappointed in the way we performed. I wasn't really shocked in the way they performed. But we'll get into it. So hats off to Clemson. They beat Miami in every phase of the game. I think the game proved that you can't skip those steps of building. So where I thought we were possibly going to, just leap ahead a year, because I said it would mean we were a year ahead of schedule, and we just happened to not be. And that's fine. Like I said, Clemson beat us in every aspect of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. Both of the special teams were shaky or whatever. They had some mishaps, but, our shit was atrocious. So let's get into the game. So I want y'all to understand something, too. And this for all these bitch-ass Clemson fans that's been in my fucking comments. First of all, fuck every single last one of y'all that's been in my comments talking shit. Understand that I give Kane keys to victory. That's my first thing. It's not for the Clemson fans. It's not for any other team. It's Kane keys to victory. Not only did I not give a score prediction in the video, I said what we needed to do in order to beat Clemson. And I also gave credit to Clemson where credit was due. And the things that I addressed about Clemson all came true. But anyway, fuck all of y'all, man. Stay out of my fucking comments with all of that bullshit. You don't know football. You don't know this. You don't know that. Okay, so since y'all want to really talk football, let's get into it. So Clemson, every time they scored, with the exception of the first drive before the game got out of hand, they were pretty much in plus territory. They were in plus territory. They got the ball on the 35-yard line on the first drive. They went down basically 65 yards and scored. Okay, cool. Had them in a critical third down. We didn't get it, whatever. They scored. Miami gets the ball back, and once we get the ball back on the second play of the drive, Malik has Jeff Thomas wide open, which it was happening the whole game. He has him wide open downfield. The DB is toast. Nobody's within, I think, 15 yards of Jeff. And Malik severely underthrows the ball. Jeff tries to come, run back for it. Doesn't catch it. I mean, you're not getting an interference call on some shit like that. But that would have made the game 7-7. And the only reason why I'm pointing out something like that is because Miami, as good as Clemson was with their defensive line, because I have to give it to them. I said they were at least top 3, before the game. After seeing them in person and watching the film, Clemson clearly had the best defensive line in the country this year. But I had already said they were top 3, so I wasn't surprised. Their defensive line was dominant. They whooped our offensive line ass the entire game. But I said that they were really good, though. That's what I don't understand about fans. I give you your props, but then when I point out your weaknesses, you get mad. I point out Miami's weaknesses too. So Don't fucking get mad at me because your team got weaknesses. It's just obvious. And I obviously said that Clemson's D-line was a strong suit and that I didn't know which offensive line we had was going to show up. So that shit just irks me. Like, stay the fuck out my mentions with that shit, man. So their D-line dominated. I mean, the entire game, they fucking dominated us. The linebackers were average at best, like I said. They didn't do anything good. I think maybe one linebacker had more than 4 tackles the whole game. O'Daniel, their best linebacker, did a great job in coverage. He made a couple of plays. That was about it. Some of the other linebackers, I think 34 and somebody else, got ran the fuck over more than once. You know, like what I said came true about their defense. Their secondary, not good. I didn't make that up. And somebody was like, oh, we caught 2 picks. What the fuck does catching 2 interceptions mean when, if I'm not mistaken, I think both of those were on deflected balls. Not only that, but you can't see it on TV. For all of you stupid-ass fans, Clemson fans that weren't at the game, but for the Miami fans and Clemson fans that were at the game, you can't see it on TV. But every single time Miami had a passing play, literally, we had someone running wide open downfield every time. And I know this happens on most plays, but it wasn't like Malik didn't even see him. Like, a lot of these were just blatant overthrows with a guy wide open. And it was usually Jeff Thomas. He overthrew Braxton Berrios about 3 times. And that is credit to the D-line, though, not the secondary. They secondary couldn't even fucking cover us. I'm just being honest. You can go look at the film all you want to. The secondary didn't do anything. The safety play was ass. Like I said, I don't even know if Tanner Muse played. I don't even remember seeing him. The safety play was ass, but they play a lot of man coverage. And simply put, Malik just didn't make the throws. There's no other way to put it. But the main reason why that happened was because the D-line was just on another level. I mean, I don't know how Bama is going to handle Clemson's D-line. Like, they were on another fucking level. And one of the main reasons why was Christian Wilkins was destroying Navon Donaldson the whole game. It was ridiculous. And with him being a first or second round draft pick and Navon Donaldson being a freshman, I just don't know why Searles, let that ride out the whole game. It was pretty bad. I mean, Wilkins was bad. He batted down, I think, 2 or 3, maybe even 4 passes. He was just unstoppable for Donaldson. And I just don't understand why Searles just let that go on the whole game. Just don't understand it. So that's from that aspect. And as far as Clemson's offense, so I want y'all to realize something. This is just me being real. Clemson's running backs had 17 carries. Their main 3 guys had 17 carries for 67 yards. That's less than 4 yards a carry. So no rusher on their team had a rush of over 11 yards. Not only that, they had 77 rushing yards for the whole fucking game. They came in averaging like 212 or something like that. The reason why I bring that up is because literally the reason why Miami lost from that perspective is because of the play calling that Manny Diaz decided to do on defense. I just got to keep it true. Kelly Bryant at one point was 15-15. That kid has never thrown that well against any type of credible opponent this whole year. 15-15. We weren't getting pressure on him because we decided not to blitz. Diaz decided to play the drop back in a zone, especially on 3rd down, and just let him make throws, which obviously wasn't the way to go. I mean, how do you let a kid go 15 for 15 before you finally, send a good blitz and disrupt what he's doing? Kelly Bryant doesn't handle pressure well. Yes, he can run, but when the pocket collapses or there's pressure in the pocket, he gets flustered. You saw it against Syracuse. You saw it against NC State. You saw it against Auburn. So I'm not really sure why Manny Diaz, one of the most blitz-happy defensive coordinators there is, decided not to blitz him. I mean, it just didn't make sense to me. And then on top of that, I mean, let's just keep it a buck. Like, Kelly Bryant is a big physical kid, but I mean, he ain't burning our defense running downfield for like no 65, 70-yard run. So I don't even know why Diaz was scared to send a blitz. I think that was why he didn't play man, because he was trying to prevent Kelly Bryant from running. So he said, okay, we'll zone, so if you run, we can see you, and our backs aren't turned. But he could have just had Amari Carter play spy. Or Trajan Bandy, but then Bandy got injured on the first drive of the game, I think, which changed a lot defensively for us. But, I mean, that's not why we lost. And then, so I will say that. So, like I said, the run game was effective when they needed it to be. In short yardage situation, especially in the goal line, them boys got them touchdowns. Point blank, period. They O-line overall whipped our D-line. There was a lot of holding going on as usual, but that didn't factor in or not, to the loss. They were much more physical than us. I remember, like, we came out, and there were only a few guys for the U that I saw that had a certain level of intensity or certain level of excitement about the game, in my opinion. I do think that Chad came to play. Chad Thomas definitely came to play. Who else? DJ Dallas was amped up. Michael Jackson definitely came to play. KC McDermott was hyped up, but he got fucking destroyed all game. Between him and Darling, I'll be so glad when they're gone. Those guys, the left side of the offensive line has gotten whipped so bad this year. It's ridiculous, dog. I know Gauthier gets fucking sick of playing with them on the side of him because they get beat too much. Like, it's too much. I was just watching a video of Joe Jackson going up against KC in practice, and he destroyed him. Now, I know it's Joe Jackson, but still, like, you shouldn't get beat that bad. Like, you're a senior. You're going to the NFL. But anyway, so Clemson won in all aspects, man. I think Manny Diaz called a shitty game. But one of the things that I did notice, though, is Clemson was ready. And I don't mean the players. Like, the players were ready, but... And I don't think it had anything to do with the players previously playing, in big games. Because Kelly Bryant had never played in a game of that magnitude. And Manny Diaz allowed him to have the best game of his season early on. Not totally, but, early on as far as 15 for 15. But I think it's the fact that their coaches had been there. Throughout the week, you can tell that their coaches instilled in them what needed to be instilled and what it meant to play for the ACC championship game. And I didn't get that from Miami. I didn't feel that at all. Mark Richt was being conservative, but I can't even, clown the play calling because it's like, yeah, Malik missed a lot of throws. I'm making no excuses for Malik. You know what I'm saying? But the offensive line was that fucking terrible, man. Like, that shit was really, like, ridiculous. Like, it was legit ridiculous. But it is what it is, man. Clemson proved themselves to be the class of the ACC. I have no issue with it because, like I said, my Canes thoroughly got whooped. And I had Clemson easily beating Bama. But now that I've been talking to some Bama fans, 3 of their linebackers that have been hurt for the past like 4 or 5 weeks are back for the game. So I expect the game to be much more interesting now. But, yeah, man, salute to Clemson. I think my Canes overall had a good year. I predicted us to win at least 10 games this year. That came true. We just not on Clemson level. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know what other way to put it. We're just not on that level yet. And I think, we've talked about this, but Storm 18 will be the class to put us over the top. Mainly because we have some key needs that will get filled. Plus, an additional year with this coaching staff, man, like, there's no doubt in my mind that my expectation for next year is to win the ACC. That's it. But we shall see what happens. Like I said, man, you can say whatever you want about the game. I saw it live, and then I saw it on film, and I saw it from both aspects. You know, Clemson was just a overall better team. And I think the game wouldn't have been as lopsided strictly if our special teams hadn't been as bad. I mean, we had missed opportunities. There were 3 fumbles that we forced overall that we didn't even recover. One was on Ray McCloud when he had gotten downfield. The other, I think, might have been on a quarterback, and another, so it was on someone else. There was 3 fumbles that we didn't recover. You have to take advantage of those kind of opportunities. 3 entire fumbles we didn't recover. Not only that, but Fiegel's shitty punting gave Clemson the ball in like some of the best possible situations. I mean, when you starting on the 45, 2 back-to-back drives, you better put up some fucking points. Like that shit, especially when the offense done went 3 and out. The offense goes 3 and out. We already backed up. We punt it. We give it to them on the 45. They come down the field and score. Okay, get back out there. The offense goes 3 and out again. 11-yard or 8-yard punt, whatever it was. Give them the ball back. They get the ball and they come out and score. That you just not putting yourself in position to win. And then finally, and this is for all of the people that Clemson fans and Miami fans that really watch the game. Finally, when we sustained the drive, but we had to punt and had Clemson backed up. Clemson did not score again not even pretty much, until the 3rd quarter. Because they weren't getting the ball in great field position anymore. It turned into somewhat of a field position game. Yeah, we were down 21-0, but we weren't giving them the ball in plus territory. And because we weren't giving them the ball in plus territory, they could not get downfield and score. It's just pretty simple. They did it one time, maybe twice the whole game. But I mean, that's just what it was. And the defense finally settled in, and we were able to, get some stops. But make no mistake about it. I never said that Clemson wasn't a good team. Never once did I say that. I never said that Clemson didn't have a good offense. I said the offense was extremely balanced. It's exactly what I said. They were averaging 200 passing yards, 200 rushing yards. I featured their backs in everything. I talked about that Kelly Bryant overall would be pretty accurate. That came true. I talked about their defense. Everything that I said about them was true. The only outlier was that the secondary caught 2 picks, but it wasn't like it was off good, like good coverage. I mean, literally, they got I'm pretty sure both of those balls were tipped at the line via defensive line making a play. If I'm wrong about it, you can correct me because I don't remember fully. I know one of them ricocheted off Langham's hands. I don't know if that one was tipped because it was only 2 picks. Somebody said 3 in the comments. But, yeah, I mean, it was their DBs. Nothing changes. Their DBs aren't good. So, and that's the thing with Bama. When they play Bama, and I'll go ahead and cut this video, but when they play Bama, they'll need to double Calvin Ridley. But their DBs aren't good enough to stick with Calvin Ridley anyway. So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to play him because most likely he's going to have, unless, he might have a good safety that can cover over the top. I haven't seen it yet, but I really want to see what they're going to do with Ridley because Ridley going to eat them boys alive. Run game wise, they should be able to stop Bama's run game though. I mean, because their D-line is no fucking joke. They really going to bring it to Bama. They going to bring it to Bama heavy. But that's all I got, man. Like I said, shout out Clemson. Salute to y'all, class of the ACC for now, for sure. And, Kane's got a lot of growing to do, man. Kane fans, appreciate y'all for tuning in and being patient with me, man. You already know. It's all about the U. I'm out.